and this is something that I've been wanting to do.
Hey guys, welcome back, and this is our new podcast called Knowing is the Key. I'm Chris, and this is my girlfriend to the right of me named
My name is Lyra.
aka Miss Super Saiyan. And I got to the left of me, guys. Get ready for this guy. He's actually studying journalism, and his name is Michael.
So, very excited to be a part of this podcast. As you guys may know, I'm the younger brother of Chris, and this is something that I've been wanting to do for quite a while now, maybe a year or two.
Yeah.
And basically, what I want to get out of this is I want to be kind of like a safe space for people to go to just to hear us talk, just to hear us, say our opinions on certain topics like we're gonna do today and like how we're gonna do moving forward. Especially I'm a person who's very like shy, I would say, and sometimes I deal with social anxiety. So I want to be kind of like a person who helps people who go through what I go through. And I mean, yeah, I just basically want them to feel more confident, feel better about themselves, be able to talk to somebody without being scared. Yeah, and only that is like, I think a lot about random things. I have a lot of opinions on random things, whether it's sports, movies, music, politics too, but like I don't really think we're gonna talk about that.
Yeah, guys, I'm not gonna lie, we might stay off of the politics stuff because I guess that's a whole nother world, right, Mike? It's a whole nother world, yeah. Bro. I don't know.
Yeah, no matter what opinion you have on something, I mean, it's not only politically, but like music especially. There's always gonna be people there who they're just gonna like, I guess criticize you. People can't accept that somebody has a different opinion than they do.
Yeah.
And that's a big issue. And I even wrote an article, or not an essay in school about that. Like, how people need to start learning how to accept other people's opinions.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think that's true. I think that's what's missing now. And a lot of these kids, like, nobody could share your own opinion without them getting mad. I don't understand why, but that's just like the society today, and it's wrong in a way, because it's like you should be able to express your opinion without people getting mad. You may be annoyed that they're saying certain things because it might be wrong, but bro, like, it's a free country. We could speak, at least in America, like we have freedom of speech.
Exactly. And sometimes, people get offended in little things. They're not supposed to be offended, but things like that is one thing. For me too, I've been wanting to do this podcast because I don't really talk about anything. I don't really reach out to outside world, but this one is a new thing for me because at least I could look up some things that it's happening outside, and for me to learn, and for me and Chris, and to express ourselves too, because sometimes he has different point of view than I do because he knows more than outside world than me.
And also you grew up in a different country.
Yes.
So
exactly.
Your perspective is way different than me and Michael, so to say.
Definitely.
So it's like sometimes we actually bump heads because like she grew up in the Philippines, so like the way they grew up is totally different. And Michael could agree because we're like into culture, into the Asian culture and all that. So like we can understand where they come from, but sometimes we be bumping heads because we from America and stuff like that. But yeah, and she has actually more experience than me and Michael, because she used to do podcasts, but just her voice.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. So what knowing is the key means to you, babe?
So yeah, for me, it's really, really eye-opening to me because knowing is the key. It's really true. Like, knowing anything that's going on outside the world or outside your house is a good thing. even if you don't have to look up into it, you have to know more about it, because when you go outside and things and people talk about something that you don't know, you get left out and you was like, what's going on? So this is one thing that having this podcast is really gonna help me a lot of knowing more outside, because as what I said a while ago, I don't really check on social media like news and stuff. So this one is a great start for me.
Yeah, and what knowing is the key means to you, Mike. And that's what's great about this podcast too, because we get to share our individual things, like how we look into things may be different from one another, you know. And that's what's beautiful about like having conversations too. But yeah, Michael, go ahead.
What knowing is the key means to me, I guess, it's just the fact that I believe that knowledge is important. Knowing about different things that are going on in the world is very important, because why wouldn't you want to know what's going on in the world? I mean, of course, yeah, there's a lot of bad things going on.
Yeah.
But I feel like, for example, in today's day and age, there are people who like voice their opinions without having a lot of knowledge on something, and they could be wrong. So I feel like just kind of doing research, learning, gives you more knowledge. So therefore, you have more knowledge on the topic, and you can actually have a valid opinion and have facts too. So, and basically pretty much another thing is just having knowledge of other people's life experiences. So it's very important.
Yeah.
Mine, for example, my shyness. I feel like for people who aren't shy, I think is very important for them to know what people like me have had to go through, because a lot of times, like, outgoing people assume that quiet people are sad or they're depressed or they're weird or whatever.
True.
Which me personally, I've never been depressed. I'm not weird, none of that. So I feel like outgoing people having knowledge of shy people and what we think about, what we go through, whatever, I think that's important. So I just think that knowledge is a very important thing. Knowing things is very important.
So yeah, you make great points, man, because sometimes like people just, what they know is so wrong, so they'll assume that you're weird, they'll assume that something is wrong with you or you're sad or all this, but you're really like to yourself in a way, and you're quiet. Like it's perfectly fine with being that, because not everybody's the same. That's what's so beautiful about the world, man.
Exactly.
Like you're your own person. Like what you find fun, the other person might look at that like, oh, what the hell is that? So what knowing is the key means to me is like, bro, like Michael said, like Lyra said, knowledge is the key. You always gotta know knowledge. Like you go through a study in history, all that different stuff, guys. Like it's very important. And in this podcast, what we're doing here is like any other podcast in a way. We talking about different topics, sports, what's going on today. Hopefully nothing bad, but it's the world. So we gonna have to talk about like negative things in a way, and then obviously we going into the fun stuff, which is music. We love music here, so we can't wait. Her favorite artist is Blackpink, so whenever Blackpink drop an album, we talking about it, like stuff like that. So it's gonna be very exciting. So this is where it gets exciting, Michael and Lyra. We are officially about to start our very first topic.
So, on New Year's Day, New Year's is everybody celebrating, fireworks, people gathering around, ball drops, all the couples are kissing and stuff.
Yeah.
In Miami though,
something completely happened.
Yeah, something completely different happened. Basically, the cops were called because there was apparently a bunch of teenagers fighting. What I heard, and I don't know if this is true. I heard that people were, so there were fireworks. So I heard that people thought that there was like a shooting, but I only heard that from like one person. Maybe other people said it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But basically, yeah, there was a large group of teenagers fighting, and the cops were called because of that. But the thing is, literally, the entire city of Miami responded to the fight and went to the mall. Even helicopters, which a group of teenagers fighting, that's not like the entire city of Miami is not gonna go for that. You know, it has to be some type of shooting or a terrorist attack or whatever. But people started saying that there were 10-foot tall aliens in the mall.
Yeah.
Which and people were like, okay, so if there were 10-foot tall aliens in the mall, how come nobody recorded them? They said something like, oh, like their cameras like stopped working, like the aliens made them stop working or something. And
could be a possibility too.
Yeah, there is a possibility because you know how it is.
Who knows what technology they have?
And another thing, one person said that it was like some type of shadowy figure that, like, I think it kept on teleporting or something. And the people were too scared to record because everybody was running, which makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense.
If you think about it, that makes sense.
But I also seen a lot of people during like bad moments. They just stay there and record. Like
exactly.
They just stay. Even bro, I seen a tsunami come in, and then just people like recording and then just running backwards like that. So like, it had to be somebody like that.
Yeah.
So, and then there was helicopter footage of allegedly an alien walking in the street.
Yeah,
so
I actually saw that video.
Me too.
I see a shadowy figure walking by, but like, I could also say that's a human, you know?
Yeah, it was so blurry though. It's like blurred out. So it was so far. So who knows? It was some.
I don't know, but what makes it's an interesting thing. First, we got to talk about like, do we even believe in aliens? You know?
Yeah.
Like, do y'all believe in aliens?
I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Cause we just had like press conferences and whatever, like of them like announcing that there is aliens.
I know,
here.
like a few months ago, right?
So like, I don't understand the agenda of like them lying about it. But like, what's your thought on that, Mike? About like the people talking about it and announcing that there actually is aliens.
Well, I've always believed in aliens because it's like we're in a huge universe, bunch of different planets, different galaxies. There has to be other life out there. It can't be just us. And I know this is what like a lot of people say, but it's what I believe in. I do think that aliens are real. Maybe there's other humans somewhere else. Maybe they're not human.
When we get into the whole alien talk, do you believe in the whole reptile thing? The conspiracy that there's reptiles and they human form, or they actually like
transform.
Yeah, and they're like in charge of the whole world and stuff. Like, bro.
Like shapeshifters?
Like like in a way shapeshifter, but like more like reptilian that took over the world, that they're running this whole world right now as we speak.
That I don't believe in.
That, you know, what you think?
Especially the celebrity like being shapeshifters, I don't believe that stuff.
Yeah, no. That's a little bit far-fetched for me. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think so.
What you think about the Miami incident?
So yeah, to add on of the Miami incident, as what I was like looking up, you know, online. So there's two conspiracies that I saw. The first conspiracy was the alien, right? So as what they said, like miscalculated the coordinates. They were supposed to land in Alaska or somewhere Antarctic for the aliens, supposedly. They're just changes on the numbers, or the north S and east west. So that's one thing. That's why they land there, and unfortunately people saw it, so that's why they went wild.
So you mean to tell me that there's aliens here that don't know?
Yeah, that's one thing. They miscalculate the coordinates of where they need to land.
That seems pretty human to me.
And then the next one is what Michael said. It was the teenager fight that they
wait. So there was an actual gang fight.
Teenagers, and then they start blowing like fireworks.
Right. It was called gang fights though, right?
I think so.
I mean, so a cop, I don't know if it was a normal cop or like the sergeant or whatever, he made a video basically saying that it was a fight, a big group of teenagers fighting, but that they were also shooting fireworks at people. And each other and stuff. So the entire city responded to that.
Yeah, guys, go ahead. Sorry.
Now, another thing that people were saying is that their internet and I think their power went off like in Miami for like days.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what that's about. I don't know if it has to do with what happened in Miami, because I think some of them are saying like the aliens took their power out and their Wi-Fi and whatever.
Yeah, and also what I have to like add into that, if a whole bunch of kids throwing fireworks at people, I understand like 3 police cars coming by to stop it, maybe even 5. But bruh, it was a whole bunch of cars, police cars, right? And that got me thinking, like, who spread, like, what news was spread about aliens? Like, how did that even start?
I know.
How do you go from kids fighting to like there's 10-foot aliens walking,
or like shadow figure?
Yeah, so I don't know. It sounds kind of sketchy to me, unless they just like I try to like make that up to like clear everything out and for the teenagers to like just leave or get away, whatever.
Something like that.
But what you think?
Also, the CCTV was not published. I mean, I think there's no recordings. There's, unfortunately.
Hey, we could call that a coincidence, but there's been a lot of stories throughout history of CCTV never appearing on the file. So that happens. I don't know. So what you think about that whole, like, when people ask for the footage and they don't even have it?
I mean, they would have CCTV footage if it actually happened.
But it's not for public, right?
They probably would release it to the public to either, let's say if it actually happened. Unless they're told not to by like the government or whatever. Let's say if they weren't told not to by the government, then I'm pretty sure that they would release the footage. And let's say if it actually happened, let's say if it didn't happen, is there really any point in them releasing the footage?
Yeah.
Or maybe there is.
But that's where the problem lies for me, because if nothing really did happen, my thing is release it, because then you have all these conspiracy theories. People will always talk about it over and over and over again. So release the footage. There's nothing. Here you go. It's just kids fighting or whatever. Somebody made up rumors for everybody to panic in the mall.
That is crazy.
You know? But like, I don't see why they wouldn't release it. Now, if there was aliens caught on footage, I kind of do understand why they wouldn't release it.
Yeah.
You know? And take their time with it and then release it like years later, like they always do. So, yeah, man, this is a sticky situation. Anything else you want to talk about?
Nothing really, because I feel like those are conspiracies. More likely, it's the teenager fight that caused the thing, everything. But who knows? It was a lot of cops. It was helicopters and stuff like that. It was a big event. So I don't know. Only thing that we could say is our opinions, and that's it.
Yeah, and listen, bro, like, if there was aliens, bro, don't attack us, you know. And that's where we end the topic. Now on to the next topic.
All right, so the next topic will be the Jewish tunnel. So as you know, as what we was seeing last couple days about what's going on in the tunnel, it's definitely like a tunnel that was made for, it was because of the lockdown before, for you know how Jewish they want to go to synagogues to pray and stuff like that. So they did dig the tunnel. That's the conspiracy, or that's what they said.
Yeah.
That they dig the tunnel just to go to the synagogue and pray and stuff like that in the lockdown. But unfortunately, after a couple months, they start digging again, and that's when like everybody was complaining and stuff like that. And I've heard a lot. I've seen a lot of videos on TikTok, which is, it's TikTok, so everybody has the right of opinions that they say. And when I heard one of them, like it was stopped because it wasn't supposed to be done like that. But one of the group inside the Jewish community continue even if they know it's not supposed to be done.
Of course, because why not?
Yeah, so that's what happened. That's what I know, and it's just, you know, the mattress stain and the high chairs. That's one thing that was shocking.
Okay, before we get into the whole like complete details of it, right? I want to read this by the guy. His name is Richard Strocher, right? He said he said there are Jews living under my apartment. I hear them. It's like they are digging or something, right? So this happened in November 7th, 2023.
Oh.
For the record, I live at ground level and we do not have a basement. Now, when he posted this and wrote it on Twitter, a lot of people was actually mad about it. Like, a lot of people did not believe anything. So this, some of you, he said, some of you owe me an apology. This happened in December 11th. When, and it was a New Year's, right? When they found out about this? When was it? The Jewish tunnels.
I think a week ago.
He kept saying I'm not crazy. But yeah, man, like, bro, like, imagine this. You're living in an apartment and you just hear noises.
I know, digging noises.
And you know you don't have a basement. So what could it be? Like, is it ghosts or is it anything? What do you have to say about that, Mike?
Oh, well, you said if I were living in an apartment, I hear
and you hear like noises of humans talking, but you don't know where it's coming from because you don't have a basement. You know.
One, I would be freaked out. Let's say if I lived in a single family house.
Yeah.
And I just hear random people voices who I don't even recognize. And I'm just hearing them, and I go outside. Let's say I try to go outside and I don't see anybody. I would be freaked out.
Yeah.
Cause it's like, where are the voices coming from? Why am I hearing these voices? Am I going crazy? Like, so.
And then come to find out, there's just people digging like tunnels underneath you, like unauthorized too. So like you gotta think about all the possibilities of. It's such a dark thing seeing the videos of them actually going in the tunnel.
Yeah.
It's like the darkest thing because one is dirty, two is dark as hell. So it's like, how are they gonna pray? I didn't see no light bulbs, no nothing, and they're saying, and they have stains on mattresses.
Yeah. Like
dirty stains on the mattresses. So is it that they was doing something else? I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. But there's a lot of things that you could think about it too. It's either they put it as their storage or like dumping their garbage and stuff like that. Who knows? But when they start rioting, when police came, that's one thing. Like, why would you get mad if there's nothing going on wrong? Why would you have riots that police came and do, stuff like that? It's very questionable.
Yeah, and I don't like the fact that they like they started rioting because, like, bro, you got caught, hand it over, we're gonna close it down, bro. Cause what the hell is y'all doing building unauthorized tunnels, man?
Exactly.
Like, there's a reason why you can't do it, because people like this guy is gonna be like hearing y'all talk, and everybody's gonna go crazy because they're gonna think it's something else.
Exactly. And if you keep on digging stuff in the bottom, right? And who knows, the building will collapse because of what you're doing down.
Oh, that's a good factor, Mike.
That's accidents there.
That's a great factor. And what if you're digging the tunnel and everything collapses because of how the structure is?
Yeah, this very.
That's a good point right there. I never thought of that one. But yeah, anything else you want to talk about?
It's a topic where I just question, like, why? Like, what's the point of building a tunnel? What are you doing in there?
It just leaves you with a lot of questionings, man.
Yeah.
A lot of questions that we're probably not gonna get the answer to. But if definitely, if anything else comes out, anything more sinister or anything, we'll definitely come back to this topic. Yeah. But hey, listen, that's weirdo activity, man.
Yeah, and the more you look it up online, the more crazier you get. So the more stories that it's gonna pop up.
This story is always gonna get crazier, man, because it's like, it's so unbelievable.
And it just started, so you're gonna know more. Moving forward, you're gonna know more.
Yeah, and imagine how many more tunnels there are in New York, that is like nobody knows about it, and just the selected people. Like, bro, it gets so creepy and so dark real quick. But yeah, man, that was our little topic on the George Tunnel. Hopefully you guys like that. So yeah, guys, now we are excited because we're talking about sports. But unfortunately, man, we are losing 2 OGs to the game, 2 GOATs in their fields, man. We are losing Bill Belichick. He decided to leave on a mutual stance from the Patriots. And also Nick Saban, man. From my favorite college football team, Alabama, he is retiring as a head coach. And I'm tremendously sad, man, by this.
Yeah, so me, as a Jets fan, it's kind of like, I'm glad that Bill is leaving, because Patriots have been kicking our asses since 2015. We beat them last week in Bill's final game, but right now we don't. I guess he's not like officially retiring. He's just leaving the Patriots. So I guess we don't know yet if he's gonna retire or if he's gonna go to a different team. But put all that rivalry stuff aside, Bill is a great coach. He's a great coach. He's been to 9 Super Bowls, won 6 of them with the GOAT Tom Brady.
Crazy.
Like, as a Jets fan, Tom Brady's the GOAT. He's the greatest quarterback of all time.
Everybody at this point. He got 7 championships? More than Michael Jordan? Hey, listen, it's hard not to say that he's not the GOAT of quarterbacks.
Yeah, I grew up not hating Tom Brady, but hating him, but like in sports, because the rivalry. Tom Brady always beat us. He always went to the Super Bowl. I was sick and tired of seeing the Patriots in the Super Bowl almost every year.
Yeah.
Not only because I'm a Jets fan, but it's also because I have a thing in sports where I hate seeing the same team in the championship all the time. Like, for example, basketball, the Warriors, and even when it was the Warriors and Cavaliers for 4 years in a row,
4 years.
I was getting sick and tired of that. And then,
but for that
baseball.
instinct, it only gets tired if it's boring. during that 4-year stretch when they was going back and forth, it was exciting as hell to go and see them play in the finals and to see who will win. Like that comeback from LeBron, the 3-1 deficit, man, that was one of the greatest finals I've watched personally in my lifetime. You know. But continue. Go ahead.
Yeah, and baseball's Astros are in the World Series like every year. I mean, I'm as a Yankees fan, I hate the Astros.
I hate the Astros too, man. I don't want to talk about the Astros, man. I really don't like the Astros, bro.
Yeah. So yeah, I respect Bill Belichick a lot because he built a legacy.
Yeah.
In New England. They suck now, which I'm happy that the Patriots suck now, but I mean, 6 Super Bowls, it's been to 9. That's amazing. That's really hard to do.
Hey, it's hard to argue against what he's done. And people could say, hey, listen, I know a lot of people hate the Patriots because they gloat a lot, stuff like that, but I just know that those two right there, Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, they were like peanut butter and jelly. Like those two just know how to win. And once you take that out, yes, on the last of his career, the last years of his career, he kind of like was losing streak, never, didn't do anything. But bro, you can't take nothing away from Bill Belichick. He's a GOAT. He's the greatest of all time. And what he was able to do with Tom Brady and for that organization, because there was literally like winning championships, if not every few years, So there's nothing that you can say about Bill Belichick. I was gonna come here, Michael, and be petty and say, is he a good coach because of Tom Brady? But I just want to be respectful today, man. It's the first podcast. I want to be respectful.
Yeah, one thing for those people who are saying like, oh, like Bill Belichick needs Tom Brady to win and stuff. The fact that he went to 9 Super Bowls, even with Brady, that's amazing.
Yeah,
like that, and that's really hard to do.
And especially in NFL, to go 9 years to the Super Bowl. Like think about that in NFL is really hard.
One thing I want to say is shout out to the Giants for beating them twice.
Yeah, this guy does not like the Patriots.
As a Jets fan, that's the only thing that the Giants have done that I personally like. Bro, beating them twice in the Super Bowl.
The fact that he has to shout out his other rivals and beating his other rival is the most craziest explosion of yo. Like what the hell, bro? You hate the Giants just as much as the Patriots, huh? And you shouting them out.
I did Patriots more. The Jets, look, the Jets. We beat the Giants 3 times in a row. So from like, I believe 2016 until I think week 3 of this year or of 2023, the Patriots were on a 15-game winning streak against the Jets.
Yeah.
And some of those games were not close. And Zach Wilson, the quarterback of the Jets, I think it was his rookie year, he played horrible that game. I think it was a home game against the Patriots. He played horrible.
Yeah.
I watched the game and I suffered for like 3-4 hours. They beat us, or Patriots beat the Jets. I don't remember the exact score, but it was like 55 to like maybe 3 or something. Yeah. So we got blown out. This is 2021, I believe. So it was just years of losing to the Patriots, losing to Tom Brady, which that's the shit that that's the stuff that I hated the most.
Yeah.
Of watching, but also just watching the Jets play is just it's a different kind of suffering,
Damn.
watching.
Hey, bro, like for real, y'all was supposed to have Aaron Rodgers play this year, and he just gets hurt in the first game. Like, I understand the suffering. I thank God every day I'm not a Jets fan because you got. But best believe if y'all ever end up in the Super Bowl, I'm cheering for y'all. I
think that we will get there soon.
Yeah, will.
I know that people say, "Oh, the Jets are cursed. The Jets always have bad things happen to them," which is true. We have bad luck, but we have the defense. We have the Super Bowl defense. It's just the offense. The offense was terrible. We had the number 1 ranked defense, but the number 32 ranked offense, which is last place because there's 32 teams.
I mean, you could also put that on. You can also put that on Aaron Rodgers not being there. So it's okay because what you could expect is them for next year. They will have a great defense and they will have a better offense. So positivity to you, my brother. A lot of positive things is coming your way. Hopefully next season is the season that just goes to the Super Bowl, man. And let's see. Let's have a good time. But yeah.
Even if they don't go to the Super Bowl, let's say they make the playoffs, maybe they win the wild card game, and let's say they lose the divisional, or maybe they win the divisional and they go to the AFC Championship and they lose that.
Yeah.
Or they go to the Super Bowl and they lose that. As long as they make the playoffs, I'm gonna be satisfied.
Okay.
With the season, cause it's been what 13, 14 years since the Jets last made the playoffs.
Damn.
It was 2010. I was 6 years old the last time they made the playoffs. I'm 20, about to be 21.
Damn.
So, yeah. So,
hey, but to end the topic on Bill Belichick, they the New England Patriots hired Jared Mayo as the new head coach. What do you think is the future for the Patriots with this new hiring of a new coach? With that being Jared Mayo. What do you think is the future?
Well, they're gonna need to rebuild, I'd say. New quarterback, draft a new quarterback. Mac Jones isn't the guy to do his ass. But other than that, I don't really know because I don't know.
Do you see the Patriots being a contender again in the next, let's just say, 3 years? Or are they just gonna
probably
be
not
in a downswing from until they pick up a new Tom Brady-ish kind of quarterback or an elite defensive team or offensive? Bruh, I don't see the Patriots being in the talks for at least a couple of years. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think they're gonna be, especially next year. I don't think they're gonna be good. Maybe they'll be better than this year. They only had 4 wins this year. So maybe they'll be better.
Nick Saban situation retires from my favorite college football team, and man, it brings me to almost tears losing a great coach like that, man. I get the whole retirement thing. He probably want to spend more time, with his family and stuff, do other things, golfing. Who knows what they do? But was an excellent coach, man. What you got to tell me about that?
To me, it makes a lot of sense that he retired because he is 72.
Yeah.
So he has a family. He probably has kids. He probably has grandkids. But I guess he felt like it was time for him to step out of the sport. And now they hired. I forgot his name, but they hired a new coach.
Kalen DeBoer or something. DeBear. I don't know how to. I'm terrible with names, guys. But yeah, they hired Kalen, one of the twins, right? Isn't he? Isn't his brother? That's not a twin.
No, he's not. He's not one of the twins. No, he's he coached Washington, the team that went to the national championship. They lost to Michigan.
Uh-huh.
He was their head coach. Now he's a good head coach. So Alabama, in my opinion, Alabama, they have a good head coach now. Good new head coach. The thing is, some of the players are now entering the transfer portal. Because Nick Saban's retiring. So will Alabama be good? I don't know. I'll look more into that stuff, but we also gotta wait a little bit because we gotta see who commits to Alabama. We gotta see how they look in the spring game, how they look in practice, and then let's just wait for the season to start. But I don't know. I don't think they're gonna be bad. I don't think they're gonna be like a team that has less than 10 wins, maybe.
I think they'll definitely be back in the top contenders in a few years. 1 or 2.
They could even do it next year. But now is a 12-team playoff. Starting next year.
Yeah.
So it's going to be easier to have a chance at the national championship. Alabama's quarterback, Jalen Milroe, he's good. He struggled in the beginning. He even got benched a couple times in the beginning of the season, but then he kind of picked things up. And Alabama, as a team, picked things up after they lost to Texas in the beginning of the season. I saw that game. It was a great game. And then there was another game. I forget the team it was a bad team that I want to say that they almost lost to them, but it was a close game.
Yeah. So yeah,
close scoring game.
Hey, salute to Nick Saban, man. Definitely, we lost two goats to retiring, and one of them should be joining another team. You think, or he's gonna just step off for a few years and then just come back? What do you think?
I think he'll go to a new team.
Bill Belichick.
But I don't.
That's gonna be an interesting new start for Bill Belichick too. But hey, man, all praises for them too, man. They brought the sport a lot of excitement, a lot of great content, so to say, over the decades, man. And shout out to them. But guys, we are gonna it's time for the wild card picks. Let's get it. Hey, listen. At the end of this, we're gonna give our prediction on who's gonna end up in the Super Bowl and winning the Super Bowl. But let's get into this week's picks. Let's get it. So we got games today, today is Saturday that we're filming this. There was already a game today at 4:30 by Browns and
Texans. I'm not gonna lie. The Texans look good. They beat the Browns' ass today, 45-14. I had the Browns winning the game because the Browns' defense looked legit. The Browns' offense did too.
Yeah.
They beat 2 weeks ago, Thursday Night Football, like right after Christmas. They beat the Jets. It was. I wouldn't say that it was a blowout, but it was like the score was something like 38-20, something like that. So they played really well.
That game was at 4:30 today, which it happened already, so we already know the outcome of that. The next game was
Dolphins and Chiefs. Now, about this game. This is a game that I feel like should be moved to another day. Because if I look up right now, if this thing would load.
I think I know where you're going with this, which I actually have something to talk about that. I just saw a video not too long ago of it being -3 degrees, and this guy took a water bottle or something, a smart water bottle out of the fridge of a store, right? And it literally started icing up from the top to bottom. That's the kind of weather that a lot of these football players are playing in, by the way. But it's okay, man. It's football. It's for men. My prediction of this game, which is happening right now as we speak, between the Dolphins and Kansas City, I really want Dolphins to win. I really do want Dolphins to win. But Patrick Mahomes, man, you never count him out. So I'm gonna go with Dolphins because they've been trying hard. Like they've been doing good this whole season. I like the momentum that they're doing. What you got to say about that?
Oh, I just looked it up. Right now it's -2 degrees in Kansas City.
Hey.
And then it's something here that says dangerous cold wind chills. The wind chills as low as 40 below zero. So I guess that means that the wind, like when it's windy, it feels like it's -40.
Yeah.
I guess that's what that means, which is crazy. That's why I feel like the game should have been moved to another day, like how the Bills game was moved to Monday.
And who you have winning today's game?
Right now, as we speak, the Chiefs are winning 7-0. Right now, this one's kind of tough for me because the Dolphins have an elite offense. Tyreek Hill, fastest player in the league. Tua, the lefty quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa, however you say his name, to just throw the ball to him.
Monsters.
But they're playing in cold weather, -2, wind chills, -40.
You're right.
The Chiefs are kind of it's the Miami Dolphins, so it doesn't get that cold in Miami. They're in Kansas City where it gets cold, and Kansas City's kind of used to it.
You have to put that to account too, because they're used to playing in warm weather. Today they're playing in -2 degrees, so that could really mess them up. Yeah. The whole momentum of the offense.
Well, Tagovailoa already has an interception, but it's just the beginning of the game. But I would say this one's kind of tough. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. I think that I think it's gonna be a game that is kind of close, like in the 20s.
Yeah.
Maybe the Chiefs. Maybe like 24-20 Chiefs or 27-21. But I think the Chiefs are gonna win this one. I think Kansas City's main issue is their receivers. They drop the ball a lot.
That's been a problem. That's been a problem all season. We actually never seen Patrick Mahomes this mad his whole career. It's been a lot of instances of him screaming. It's not directly at the receivers, more so at like the officials too. So it's like a whole mixture of that. But yeah, I've never seen Patrick Mahomes this so mad in one season.
Yeah, the refs are this year especially, and it's not only in football, basketball, baseball. They're bad. You know, the officiating is horrible. Horrible.
Yeah.
And I feel like there needs to be some type of change. I personally believe in punishing the refs. Not, of course, I'm not talking about, I'm talking about suspending refs or fining them or whatever.
Yeah.
But I also do think that they should look at these decisions that the ref make more.
I mean,
I think they should start looking at them more.
I mean,
because sometimes
we just learned not 2 years ago, something like that an official was like a Celtics fan and he kind of rigged the thing, it was some story like that. So we can't have refs here like mixing business with pleasure, bro. We can't. We don't need these refs to like make a decision based off of what player they like or what team they like. Cause yeah, we're human and the refs are human too. But like, we kind of need refs that just stick to the freaking game and play the right way. and call the right play, right fouls. Nothing else is influenced by it.
Yeah.
You know, but it's hard to get that.
I think that if there's a situation in a game where a ref has a very controversial call and everybody's disagreeing and everybody's talking about it and stuff, I feel like they should look back at the play and then look at the replay. And they do look at replays and stuff, you know, you can challenge plays. But I think the biggest example of a missed call in all of sports is the Rams and Saints game, where this was like 2018, 2019. Saints quarterback Drew Brees, he throws the ball to the receiver, the cornerback or safety. I think it was a corner.
Yeah,
Runs to the receiver, and he basically hits the receiver before he's able to catch the ball, and that's pass interference. That's a flag. But the refs didn't call that, and every single person who saw the game and who's seen the video, everybody agrees that that's pass interference. I think even the NFL said it. I'm not sure, but
yeah, there's a lot of refs that's doing a poor job at their they're doing a poor job basically, and I'm not saying too many punishments, to be honest. I'm not really seeing any punishments for the refs, because they should be like talked to about it too, because dang, they be changing the outcome of the games,
or at least suspension, you know.
Yeah, like suspension or something. But let's get into the wild card. Who you have winning the wild cards for the next few games? Because I'm thinking by the next time that we like talk about this, a lot of teams won't be here no more. Yeah. So who you got winning everything
for the next game after this game tomorrow at 4:30, Packers and Cowboys.
Oh,
now Packers used to be good, well, still is good, but used to be elite with Aaron Rodgers. You know, Aaron Rodgers, Hall of Fame quarterback, should have more Super Bowls, but unfortunately he doesn't.
Ran into Tom Brady?
Yeah, ran into Tom Brady a couple times. So I feel like the Packers right now, beginning of the season, they struggled. You know, it looked like they weren't going to be good. They have a quarterback who's pretty young. I think it's his second or third year, Jordan Love.
Yeah.
This is his first year starting. He kind of struggled in the beginning. I even like saw that, damn, like this guy Jordan Love might not be the guy. That's what I said in the beginning of the year. Then he started picking things up towards the end of the year, and the Packers snuck into the playoffs. And now they play the Cowboys tomorrow. Cowboys, on the other hand, Dak Prescott.
I can't trust the Cowboys. I can't put money on the Cowboys.
They do always sell in the playoffs.
Exactly.
But Dak Prescott, MVP conversation. Great quarterback. CeeDee Lamb, his top wide receiver, great receiver, one of the best receivers.
Yeah.
In the NFL, probably the best this year. I don't know. There's others who did well.
Who you have winning?
The Cowboys. They also have an elite defense. Micah Parsons, best defensive player on the team, probably. Another young guy went to Penn State.
All right, just for this game, I'm going with the Cowboys too. So we also have an 8:00 game. Who you going with? What's your picks for that game?
I got the Lions.
Lions?
Yep.
I'm gonna go with LA, man. Ain't no way you're not going with LA.
No, the Lions are better.
right, we shall see, Bucko.
I'm surprised that the Rams even made the playoffs. I thought they were gonna, do bad as bad as last year.
But yeah, definitely
they have an elite quarterback.
Definitely for my Super Bowl picks, man. Actually, on Monday we have the Buccaneers, and we got the Eagles. I think, me personally, the Eagles gonna make it, go past that, make it to the next round.
Okay, so that game, Buccaneers and Eagles, I think that game is not as easy for the Eagles as people think, because the Eagles have been playing pretty bad lately.
Yeah.
So bad, bad to the point to where they lost to the Giants. And wait, if I look up the Giants and Eagles score, 27-10. They lost. That was the score to the Giants. So,
but that's kind of been like their whole season, though. Like, they've been playing bad but maintaining wins, though.
Well, the start of the season and the middle of the season, they played really well. They were 10-1.
Yeah.
That one loss came the 10-1. That one loss was to the 49ers. It was a blowout. Then the other losses, it's just them playing bad. I know one was to the Cowboys. They lost to the Giants. The other ones I don't really remember, but they ended the season, I think, with 6 losses. I feel like Eagles and Buccaneers is the toughest one for me. Cause
more tougher than Dolphins and Kansas City. Because that would be an intense game, man. Because the Dolphins is really trying to prove themselves and really trying to win a championship. So then it's gonna be very hard for Kansas City to win. Really do feel that.
It's actually a score update. 10-0 Chiefs. They just kicked the field goal. Second quarter.
Bueno, let's end it off with this, with the most exciting thing that everybody want to hear. Who do you have going to the Super Bowl, and then who do you have winning? I start with you, and I end it with my pick. We might have the same picks. Who knows?
Okay, before I say that, I got the Eagles winning against the Buccaneers. But Super Bowl, Ravens versus 49ers. That's who I have.
Mm-hmm.
Rematch from like 10 years ago.
Okay, say the right thing.
I think.
Say the right thing. Go ahead, buddy.
I think the Ravens.
Yo, this guy, man.
I'm sorry, Chris. I know 49ers is your team, but I got the Ravens.
By the way,
they already played each other.
By the way, I'm a 49ers fan, guys. Just for y'all to know, my picks is exactly the same as yours. Ravens, 49ers. Tight game, really good game. That the Super Bowl for this year's Super Bowl, and I have 49ers coming out as victorious.
They already played each other. I think it was on Christmas, and the Ravens blew them out. Not blew them out, but they played pretty well.
But yo, pause on that, bro. Come on. But I just think 49ers gonna have the greater momentum. And hey, listen, 49ers for these past couple of years has been showing me that they are ready for this year's Super Bowl to win the championship, and I'm going with that. That's a stamp on the floor.
Ravens beat them on Christmas 33-19. Now I know that doesn't mean that they're gonna win, because those are totally different games. This game was on Christmas. The Super Bowl is in February.
Totally different.
So I mean, we'll see. It's possible that the 49ers dominate, because we saw them dominate against the Cowboys and the Eagles. Those are two really good teams, despite the Eagles struggling. So I don't know. We'll see. I think that both teams have a really good chance Other than them, another update: Dolphins just scored. It was 10-7 now.
There you go.
Other than those two, I could see the Bills going. I could see Dolphins or Chiefs. I could see them in it. Lions. I could see the Lions, Cowboys. I think those are the teams who could go. But I think it's going to be Ravens and 49ers. And I think the Ravens will win. But I think it will be close this time. I don't think it's going to be like
I feel like it's going to be a very good, really, really good Super Bowl this year. Really good. Yeah. We also got Usher performing. So that should be a great add-in mix. But to end it on sports, man, this last topic that I want to talk about is Ja Morant. He's out for the whole rest of the season. I kind of feel bad because look, we could talk about the whole politics with the the weapon thing that he got in trouble with, that he was out for 25 games in the start of the season. But watching a player like Ja Morant is good to the game, and it makes it exciting. The way that he dunks, the way that he's explosive, his athleticism, which I feel like sometimes when he does take those athletic dunks, he is creating a lot of possibilities for him to get injured even more. Cause he literally go up and he don't worry about going down. So he's like the coolest dunks ever, but he's like not worrying about the fall and how to like fall like good, for him not to be injured. But I'm curious to see y'all takes on the whole like shoulder injury, which the surgery went successfully, so thank God for that. But Lyra, what do you have to say about that?
I mean, I'm not sure with the shoulder injury. I wasn't really I didn't know about it.
Yeah.
But for him as a player, like I think I watched the basketball with you this last year, and yeah, he is right. Like he does do the dunks, that's crazy dunks, but like when he falls, it's just I don't know. I feel like he's gonna injure himself or.
Also remember during those plays too, he had a hand injury.
Yeah.
And remember he had fallen to the floor, Mike, and hurt his hand, and he was crying.
Mm-hmm. I saw that too. Yeah.
Crying. But yeah, man, like he's a talent, man. And he needs to be in the NBA. He needs to be out here. He could possibly be the face of the NBA of how electrifying he is when he takes those dunks and those moves that he does. But what's your take on it, Mike?
Well, I hate injuries.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to young players like that. I mean, yeah, injuries are gonna happen. Like it's basketball, no matter what sport, basketball, baseball, football, especially, like injuries are going to happen. But it sucks. It sucks for the players. It sucks for the fans. It sucks for the players' teammates.
Yeah.
Us as Yankees fans, we've seen Aaron Judge injured a lot.
Exactly.
Giancarlo Stanton.
And I really think last season, speaking about that, I really think last season he could have repeated the world record for home runs.
Definitely.
I think he could have set another record. The way that he was playing before the injuries. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Possibly even MVP. But
yes,
Shohei. I think if he played the entire season, he would have been in the conversation. But I think Shohei would have won it, no matter what. Shohei would have won it. But injuries, yeah, to me is the worst thing about sports.
How many times do a player go through surgeries, man? That's crazy. Now, like as I get older, when I was a kid, I wasn't thinking about that. Like these athletes literally go through so much surgeries, and I be seeing them in their older selves now, and their knees is like messed up, that to the point where they're limping when they walk like that. Yeah, they're making a lot of money. I get it, guys. I get it. Make a lot of money. That's what they love doing. But damn, the amount of surgeries is like to be spoken more of,
Yeah. One thing that I learned about injuries is that no matter how minor it is, and no matter the amount of time that you lose, let's say even if you're out for like a game or 2 games, it sucks. Because as an athlete, you want to play. You know? And for example, when I injured my ankle in baseball, I was only out for a week. I missed like a game or 2. I missed a bunch of practices. And even though I was out for a short amount of time, 1, my ankle was in pain. That sucked. But 2, like I really wanted to play. It's like so bad because I was enjoying baseball so much. And to this day, this happened 2.5 years ago. In March, like the end of March is going to be 3 years. To this day, I still feel it in my ankle. I still kind of feel the injury. So, I mean, it's not bad to the point to where I can't walk normally or I can't run normally, no. But if I twist my ankle again, I could re-sprain it. It was an ankle sprain, and I can re-sprain it easily if I twist it again. So I need to be careful.
Yeah.
But for a player like John Morant, who I believe in the future will be, you know, known as like one of the greatest players of all time. It might be a little bit too early to say that, but
the way he
I do think that,
man, at least one of the most electrifying basketball players that I've seen. Man, just watching him play, bro, like you get excited. It's like, man, to think about it, when I was young looking at Michael Jordan's highlights, I always wanted to see, man, I can't wait for him. I always felt like this. I can't wait for him to touch the ball. Pause, by the way. Because I know that the play that he's about to do is going to be spectacular. Or at least entertaining to the most degree. That's exactly how I feel about John Morant. Every time he touched balls, every time he touch a ball, I just know that he's going to do something amazing, bro. But for real, like, it's just amazing, and I kind of feel bad because he had to wait 25 games.
I know.
Watching his team lose because they was doing bad without him, and for him to come back and then to get injured and then to be out the whole rest of the season is, man, I can only imagine what he's feeling. Like I just want to, if I was him and I'm good at basketball, all I want to do is play basketball.
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what happened. I don't know if it happened during a game or a practice or whatever. But yeah, I can imagine what he's going through right now. You know, you're suspended for a long time. You're dealing with all of the
controversy,
the situation with the teenager. Apparently, he punched a teenager. You're dealing with that stuff in court.
It's a lot of things, man.
A lot of things he's been going through.
Yeah, and then now he has to deal with an injury for months. Yeah, the good thing is that his surgery was successful.
Yeah.
But like as an athlete, you always want to play. During the season, you always want to play. So yeah, that's unfortunate. I feel bad. And I'm not like a fan. I'm not a Grizzlies fan. I'm not a big fan of John Morant, and I'm not even really a big fan of basketball. But I've seen him play. I've seen highlights. I saw that one play where he like shot the ball almost from out of bounds, kind of behind the court, and then it went in.
Yeah.
It was a crazy play. I saw that. I saw a couple of his dunks and stuff.
Amazing talent.
He's a great player.
Amazing talent.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the league needs a player like that. So, hey man, next season he comes back stronger, And hey, let's take care of business, you know?
Yeah.
But hey, that's the last point that we have on the John Morant situation. Well, on lighter news, man, DDG becomes a father. Shout out to DDG. I've actually been watching DDG for a very long time.
Yeah.
Very long time. His vlogs, like, bro, through high school, his vlogs was like getting me. Well, really through like the end of high school, early college. I was really watching his vlogs. Amazing. Always talked about becoming a father, by the way. Always. He said he wants to be a dad, And to choose Little Mermaid, that's crazy. That's impressive. I'm not gonna lie. To choose Little Mermaid as the mother of your child is like, you get cool points, bruh. That dude is gonna be a phenomenal swimmer.
Not yet.
He's gonna be the world's greatest swimmer, bruh. But his son name is Halo, which is actually a good name.
That's a nice name.
Dope name.
Very nice name.
What you gotta say about it, man?
Well, you know, I feel like I feel like he's really, really happy because he's been talking about it. I feel like he's been manifesting it, and now it happened, and to the person that he really loved the most, you know, and we know too. And out of nowhere, he became a father, and then it's just, I felt like, I know we watched a video of him like saying like, I'm a father, and how he's just very happy that he has his own son.
Very dope. Very dope. What you gotta say, Mike?
I like the name Halo.
Yeah, Halo.
Yeah, I like the name Halo. And I'm happy for DDG. I don't watch him or anything, but you know, seeing somebody else happy, especially because they just had a kid, it makes me happy. Cause it, like, to me, it brings light into the world, you know. Welcoming a kid is, in my opinion, is the greatest thing in life.
Definitely.
After God, welcoming a kid in this world is the greatest thing in life.
Yep.
And that's one thing that I want to do eventually. Not now, because I'm not ready. But
and it's even doper when it's amazing parents that actually care about the child, you know,
Definitely.
and really plan this out.
Exactly.
You know? But hey, not to throw shade at the people that haven't planned out, because those are amazing parents too. Like the parents that wasn't expecting.
Yeah.
Amazing parents, but bro, like the way that he's been, like Lyra said, manifesting having a child, like he wants one, like, and to choose a great partner that's not really like the typical, you know, very respected girl, actress, Little Mermaid, doing a lot of a singer
mm-hmm.
With her twin sister, right?
Older sister.
They look exactly.
I mean, yeah,
the same.
they look exactly the same. Not gonna lie.
Huh?
I thought that they were twins.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, because in their earlier career, when they was younger, they looked like twin sisters.
Yeah, they look the same. Very, very the same.
Yeah. So to find out that they're not, it's crazy. But yeah, man, shout out to DDG. It's very dope. But the next one is actually cool because we have been reacting to TMNT, Michael. As you know, that's one of like our biggest videos so far in our YouTube channel, other than the other things that we do. And we reacted to season 5, and it's the shortest season with just 12 episodes, when the rest of them is like 26. So it's a very different that position that we on, because like now we really gotta count every episode as like important, like really pay attention for we could really say our top 5 at the end of the season.
Exactly. And it's just, we literally just started season 1, and look at us now, we are in season 5, and we have a big community of TMNT watchers. Like, it's crazy how they've been wanting, like, we are very, very happy that on the premiere day of our first episode for season 5, everybody was in the chat. It was just very happy thing that they will tell us this and that, and you know, things like that. And once again, that's what Chris said, it is just 12 episode, which is very short, but definitely we have to make points on each episode, because as what our TMNT watchers do, they're very, very like detail to detail. So we have to ourselves know the detail to the episode, which is episode 1 was crazy.
It was. Before we even start with episode 1, I just want to say, like, growing up, I would watch episodes here and there and really enjoy the movies. That I'm more so like a fan of the TMNT because of the movies than the shows. But I will also watch a couple of episodes here and there through my childhood. But just watching how much fans there are in TMNT made me an actual fan of TMNT.
Exactly.
And that's what's been the dopest. And we got this guy to our left that's not really a TMNT fan. But he could say, I think you could say that the movies is what made you watch TMNT, other than the actual shows. Because I remember us watching the movies more.
Let me see, because this was a long time ago.
A long time ago. We had somebody in the chat the other day, Michael, saying, how can you say you're a fan but you don't remember the episodes? Bruh, I was like 8, 12. I'm damn near 30, my dude. Like, of course I'm not gonna remember everything. I didn't even know Shredder was a alien in this season of 2003.
2003.
Yeah. But what you was gonna say? Sorry for cutting you off.
Wait, this season came out. The season you're reacting to it came out in 2003.
Yeah, we reacted to the 2003 version.
Damn, that's the year that I was born.
So that's why he haven't watched it because of that. And then by the time 2012 came out, this guy was watching what? You was watching what in 2012? Like, I feel like you was watching like Disney Channel or something, or Cartoon Network.
Yeah, a lot of Disney Channel. I remember 2012. My favorite show, I don't know if it was 2012, but around there, 2012, 2013, favorite show was Austin and Ally.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember that one.
Yeah, I remember Austin and Ally, bro. That was when I was already transitioning into, like, adulthood. Or, like, at least, like, towards the end of high school.
But when it comes to cartoons, most of the cartoons that we watched, or, like, me and Derek watched, were classics. So a lot of
seriously.
Is it Kids Next Door?
Kids Next Door. Codename Kids Next Door.
Yeah,
like shows like that.
And then we watched a lot of like Rugrats, Doug used to be my favorite show.
Yeah.
So Rugrats, Doug.
Cat Dog.
Yeah, Cat Dog, I know.
Cat Dog, you know,
hey,
right?
Arnold.
I would love watching Cat Dog, bro, because it's like two dogs. It's like cat and a dog. Like, it's genius, genius. It's genius, bro. But yeah, like we got into the first episode of season 5, Lap of the Guys. And by the way, if y'all see me looking down all the time, I literally got my notes, you know?
Yeah, our notes.
Yeah, so we got Lap of the Guys, and like Lyra said about the like, I went through such an emotional roller coaster, guys, that y'all don't understand. They got defeated, and it was all just hallucination.
Exactly. It was just a dream or whatever they're trying to do with the turtles, and it was just heartbreaking again that they got defeated again.
One of them got gobbled up, you know?
Yeah.
Gobble. And yeah, so like we was like it happened a lot of times. And watching TMNT, one thing that we could say, Michael, you will be surprised.
Definitely.
And you will be like, what the hell just happened? A lot of times we've been like that. Because we're like into it. When we're reacting to it, we into it.
Exactly.
So yeah, man. They're already saying that season 5 is going to be like one of the greatest seasons. Because nothing could top season 4. But hey, that first episode,
I know,
was the best first episode of like the past season. So
exactly.
Hey, we can't wait for more episodes. Which the next episode for everybody that's watching, the next episode will be out on Monday on live reactions on Twitch. You know, it's gonna be in the link and description, comment section down below. Alright.
Okay, so my Yankees, my New York Yankees, right? Greatest MLB franchise of all time. 27 championships. They haven't been to the World Series since 2009. And I was...
Damn shame.
So I was 6 years old at the time.
But at least you remember.
Now I'm 20. And yeah, even though it's great that we have so many championships, at the same time, it's not so great that the fact that we haven't been to the championship since 2009.
Yeah.
And we've had good seasons. We've been to the AL Championship Series.
Yeah, we
lost to the
great,
Astros,
man, but we just fall short.
Yeah, got swept in 2022. Didn't make the playoffs in 2023, and throughout these, what is it? It's going to be 15 years this year. Throughout all these years of me watching the Yankees, there has been a lot of very good moments and very special moments. The earliest that I could think of, apart from winning the World Series in 2009, the earliest thing that I can think of is Derek Jeter's 3,000th hit. I remember watching that with you, Chris. We watched it together, and I remember we were both very excited, and we were jumping up and stuff. This was 2011, I believe.
Yep. And yeah, go ahead.
Other moments that I could think of: Derek Jeter's retirement, his last game, his last RBI.
Yep. You know what's crazy about that 3,000 hit? For a new Yankee fan to have missed that day. But at least you could watch it, but it was nothing like actually going through the emotions that day. To watch Derek Jeter hit, every time he came at bat, he would hit. And then that home run, because you got to know, Derek Jeter is not a home run type of guy. And for him to hit that home run, man, we could have set the house on fire.
Whoa.
And not cared. Yo, bro, that was just such a great moment in history. And yes, I know about the drought. I know about the losses. But one thing nobody could say, no fan could say, no nothing, is them damn 27 championship. Ain't nobody even close to beating us. So like I say, on my pettiness side, I don't give a damn what any fan of another team say about, Joe, you haven't won for a long time. I don't give a damn. We could go through another 10-year drought until we win a championship. And we still be ahead. So I don't give a damn about none of that drought talk. We got 27 championship. The Yankee is the team always. Hey, that's it. That's all I gotta say. I don't give a damn about Boston fans. We got a guy in our family that's a Boston fan, and he says, "Oh, but y'all, that's all y'all talking about is 27 championships." I don't give a damn. We won 27 times, man. Y'all not even close. All right. I don't give a damn how many times Boston has won. I don't care.
The future looks exciting, though, especially this year. Signed Juan Soto.
Yep.
We just got Marcus Stroman.
Yep. And some of the Boston players too. Boston players that was talking crap about the Yankees. They're now on our side.
It was crazy how we signed a player who hates Yankee fans.
Exactly. What an interesting.
Now he's probably gonna end up loving them.
All I could say, but this season that we're about to join, we have the most elite outfielders. We have to have the best outfielders.
And we can switch it up a little bit too, because we have Judge. I think it's gonna be, if I'm not wrong, because I get things mixed up a little bit. Judge at center, Juan Soto at right, and Alex Verdugo at left. Maybe I think they could probably swap Aaron Judge and Juan Soto. Maybe Juan Soto plays center and Judge plays right. But I think that the first thing I said, Judge at center and Juan Soto at right. I think that's what it's going to be like most of the time. Pitching wise, we signed Marcus Stroman. I think we still need to sign more though. I think that pitching we need more. Hitting, we're pretty good. I guess we could sign like another player or two.
We got rid of Falafel.
Yeah.
So that's a good.
Damn, I forgot about that. He did good last year.
He was good. He was good last year.
No. But y'all gotta understand. Yeah. The infielding is the problem.
But he
makes a lot. No, but like, he makes a lot of mistakes, guys. That's what y'all gotta understand. A lot of mistakes. We can't have that. I'm trying to have both an elite outfield and an elite infield, man.
Yeah.
You know.
No, but our pitching could be elite if our pitchers actually pitch well, because we have Garrett Cole, Cy Young. You know, he's the best pitcher. Was the best pitcher in the ALC this year. We have damn, I always forget names.
The mustache.
The dude with the mustache. The dude with Nestor Cortez. Nestor Cortez.
I call him the mustache guy.
He had a great 2021, 2022, 2023 was
great season.
Good, not
great season, but
not terrible.
Of course, like all great seasons, he had a bad finish.
Yeah.
He started struggling.
We have Rodon. We signed him last year from the Giants. Didn't play for most of the year, was injured in the beginning. He came back and he wasn't good.
Yeah.
Oh, one thing I forgot to mention about last year. We had a perfect game.
Yeah, we did.
Something that hasn't happened. Hasn't happened since I think 2012. So that was a big accomplishment. And it's crazy because it was by a pitcher who's not even like that good. And I don't even think he's on the Yankees anymore because he's had problems outside of baseball.
Yeah,
like acting up.
I caught that game, man. That was a great moment because as a Yankee fan, I get tired of watching other people do that, you know? And for us to actually do it, the no-hitter, man, that was such a great moment that we brought it to our city, so to say, you know, to the Yankee franchise, Yankee fans. Like, it was such an exciting day. But the only thing that this is how it ended, right? The two biggest question marks for the Yankees, and I wouldn't put the coach anymore because that's my problem. That's last year that I was telling you. Kind of get rid of the coach too. But all right, let's talk about this. My biggest two question marks, is the hitting and the pitching. Like, I get they got hurt, they was hurt in the start of the season, the pitchers and stuff like that. But bruh, the hitting, bro, we gotta hit. That's it. We gotta hit. That Astro series 2 years ago, 2 years ago, was it that we had the versus the Astro and we didn't hit nothing.
Got swept in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, the hitting. Where's the hitting? We need hits. That's if we could get the pitching and the hitting down to like an average, and then really kick it up towards the end of September and stuff like that, bruh, we could win the the freaking world championship. You know?
Yeah.
I would love to have that 1996 to 96 to 2000 team, the team that won 4 championships in a row. I'd do anything to have that team back. They're all old.
Wins, bro. That would be an amazing feeling. Because bro, like, if we go even 2 championships in the amount of 4 years, there's what could they say about the Yankees as a whole? No more complaints. That's what I'm saying, bro. When we win this next championship, when this next championship comes, the amount of gloating I'm gonna do to our family member that I keep saying that's a Boston fan, the amount of gloating that I'm gonna do, it's gonna be crazy. That's why I tell him all the time, y'all better hope that the Yankee don't win, because they will have 28 and what y'all will have like 8 or something. something like that. Like, bro, there's no comparison. That's what I'm trying to say, bro. But I can't wait for the next time that the Yankees win the championship. Hopefully, it's this year. For my baby girl could see it.
No.
Hopefully, we get some tickets to see it.
Right.
And we could save enough money. Like, bro, just I think I'm going to New York. If we don't get the tickets, I'm still gonna be in New York and just like be cheering at a bar or something, right? We could go to a bar and just be watching the game there, and it'd be packed.
Of age, I'm gonna be of age this year, so
exactly.
I can definitely go.
It's gonna be excited. Hey guys, go ahead, Michael. My bad.
Yeah, and to end things off with the baseball, or the last thing I have to say about baseball in general.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Rangers for winning the championship, and shout out to the Diamondbacks for going to the championship, because these were two teams who were not good before this year.
Yep, I remember a lot of.
They rebuilt. They signed the right players, right pitchers, right hitters. Bro, these are two teams who I did not see being in the championship anytime soon, especially the Diamondbacks, who's been like bad.
When was the last time that you ever heard of Diamondbacks? Like, you know what I mean? Like being like a competition. You know what I mean? So yeah, I could see that. As long as the Astro and Boston and the Mets don't get to like any like championship run or anything, like I'm good, bro. Have every other team win. I don't care. Nobody's reaching 27 championship. But as long as I don't see those three teams, I'm good. But yeah, shout out to Diamondbacks, man. Never expecting that we would see Diamondbacks at a championship.
Never heard that name at all.
Game. Like, that was amazing. Rangers, I could see it. Rangers, I could kind of see.
No, but the Rangers were bad too until this year.
Oh, hell
yeah. They just signed the right players.
Hell yeah, the Rangers been bad for a long time. But like the Diamondbacks been bad for a very long time. So, hey, shout out to those two teams.
And I want to congratulate Aroldis Chapman and Jordan Montgomery. You know, they were pitchers for the Yankees. Also, Andrew Heaney, I think his name is, something like that. He also played for the Yankees.
To lead the Yankees and win and go to a team that wins a championship is the most like wow, like moment in his career. Like I can only imagine Chapman's like thoughts.
I know.
Like, bro, like I left this team and I won a championship on the new team. Like that's an amazing story right there. Amazing. I can't wait.
That's his second ring.
Huh?
He won that's his second ring.
He won before.
He won one with the Cubs in 2016.
That's crazy.
Sad that he didn't get to win with us.
Yeah, man. Probably we pick him up late. Nah. Let me not. He left. Let's think about the Yankees, man. They're gonna do great this season. Hopefully a championship comes out of this season. But I just know that the Yankees will be back in that big moment soon. I just don't know when, but soon. But yeah, guys, we got one more topic for our very first podcast, and the topic is a light one, and it's gonna be a fun one, cause we have who's funnier, Kevin Hart or Katt Wiliams. Now, if y'all want me to, if y'all will allow me to give a background on it, Katt Wiliams and Kevin Hart has been beefing for a very long time. You know, there was an interview where Kevin Hart went in at Katt Wiliams real heavy. Like, he was making some points at the Breakfast Club, and that touched my soul. If I was Katt Wiliams, my soul is hurt of the words that Kevin Hart was saying, because it messes with your ego and stuff like that. So Katt Wiliams made a recent show up on Shannon Sharp's podcast, and he went off on everybody, and including calling Kevin Hart an industry plant, which is mind-boggling. So what you guys have to say about that before we even answer the who's funnier, because I already got the answer on that. What y'all feel about the podcast and the shit talking, sort of say?
stuff like beef, especially celebrity beefs. I'm not really into that type of stuff. I think it's stupid. Why are you going on the internet and talking smack about another celebrity?
I could play devil's advocate and saying that in everything that you do, there's competition, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like more, it's a beef, right? It's a beef because they obviously kind of don't get along. I really don't know what, like, when they close the phones or go off podcasts if they're really talking. Because sometimes it's made up, you know, just to get things moving for them. But competition is good, bro. Like everywhere you go in your journalism or in her workspace, there's always like competition to be the best, you know?
Yeah, especially they are in the same platform as comedians, you know. They have to say something, you know, especially if they're doing the same thing and people were to compare them. That's one thing that if people start comparing you to somebody, they will like, why are you comparing me? Things like that. So that's a start of a beef too.
Yeah, but for me, there's no the only comparison is their height. That's no funny thing. The only comparing them is their height, because I more so compare Katt Williams stand-up comedian thing to like a Dave Chappelle, because Katt Williams tells stories.
Yeah.
And like in a way that is similar to like Dave Chappelle. Like they're funny as hell. And Kevin Hart, he's like he tells stories too, and he just flip it in a funny way, but I feel like Katt Williams does a better job in doing it. But that's no knock to Kevin Hart though, because Kevin Hart is an entertainer. He's a movie star.
Exactly.
So like, bro, it's like different. It's a different feel. Like, yeah, Katt Williams is way funnier than Kevin Hart, but Kevin Hart, bro,
it's a lot. He's been doing a lot.
He is a lot more than just stand-up comedy.
Mm-hmm.
To me, he's like an entertainer. He's a movie star. He has freaking sportswear, a freaking vegan store, or any, like, bro, like he's just a mogul at this point.
Yeah, so that iconic. He's more of a legend.
Iconic to people.
Yeah.
People don't even know who Katt Williams is.
Nah, that's Katt. That's Katt. This dude has the Chronicles, bro. One of the greatest stand-up comedy show I've ever seen in my life, and that's Katt Williams, The Chronic, bro. And people still talk about, yeah, he had Michael Jackson jokes, iconic. Different things that he talked about. The whole music and him dancing, like, bro, it's iconic. A lot of people know. But I understand what you're saying, because Kevin Hart is like more overseas known too. So because of the movies and stuff.
Was it Katt Williams in GTA?
And GTA, that from that stand-up, you see, that stand-up was so iconic. Like you said, that he was on GTA. He was in GTA doing the stand-up bit of the thing, of his live show. Man, bro, like, to me, there's no comparison, because obviously Kevin Hart is the bigger person.
I mean, yeah, of course.
Obviously, because he's like more out there in terms of like movies and stuff. But Katt Williams, if we're going like who's funnier, obviously Katt Williams is way more funnier. But that's no knock to Kevin Hart. Like, bro, hearing like actual comedians saying Katt Williams is funnier, Kevin Hart should never take that as an offense, because he is so much more than just a stand-up comedian to me, in my eyes. But who you got, Mike, and what you have to say about that?
Look, I think that Katt Williams is funnier, but the thing is, right, I'd rather have Kevin Hart's career than Katt Williams. Kevin Hart is a movie star. He's been invited to host like award shows. I know there was the Oscar thing a few years ago. I think it was the Oscars. He was invited to host the Oscars, but then something happened.
One thing to cut you off just for a second. Katt Williams has a lot of iconic roles too, but they're not. The movies that he's been in is not as big as the Kevin Hart's movies, you know? but he has the Friday bit. They have like it's bro like Katt Wiliams can act too basically, but he just haven't had the big enough movies as like a Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
You know?
One thing though, the one thing is Kevin Hart is short as hell.
And that's how we end it, folks. Thank you so much for enjoying. Oh, baby, who do you think is funnier?
So for me, it's Katt Wiliams.
Okay, so there you have it, folks. Man, this is our very first podcast. It was such a great. How you guys feel about the first podcast?
It feels great to start. Like it just feels great that
therapy.
Yeah, and we are sharing or our opinions to anything, and even if we talk about this behind the scenes, it's just new topics or new words that comes out in our mouth because our mind is just opening on what we're talking about.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's crazy. It's
and we're also new, so if we don't seem like very like of these other podcasters, we're new, bro. It's our first episode, man. And we'll get better as time goes on.
Yeah.
It will flow way better. But Michael, Ben, what you was saying?
No, it's just we think too much. That's why sometimes you will see our faces very serious because we're serious about what we're talking and we're thinking about the people.
We actually did research.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But Michael, what you saying?
Yeah. It was very exciting. It went, in my opinion, it went very well. We flowed through the topics very smoothly. There wasn't no awkward silence or none of that, which I knew that wasn't going to happen. And not surprisingly, but I wasn't nervous or anything. I mean, I am an actor.
Yep.
So I don't.
He's also an actor, guys. Not only is he studying journalism,
even this is new, so I thought that I would.
I'm very excited for what's to come in the future. Very excited for people to listen to us, listen to our opinions, for them to share their opinions in the comments. This is something, like I said in the beginning, this is something that I've been wanting to do for a while. I just didn't know how I was going to do it. I didn't know how I was going to start. So, yeah. I'm just excited to have supporters. And yeah, I thought that everything went well. I guess that's it.
Man, it was such a great experience. This is Annoying is the Key podcast, guys. Hey, don't judge us for today's work. More so judge us throughout the whole year of our improvements, because it only gets better from here on out. We're going to get way more smoother, way more better. It's going to get way better, guys. Don't worry about it. This is just our very first podcast. We are very excited. Like Michael said and Lyra said, we've been talking about this behind the scenes. And one of us is actually studying to become a journalist. So eventually Michael will be like sharp, like a sharp tool when he gets like the what's that thing that you like apply for? Internship. Like when he gets internship, he already got a background of doing this. So everything will be smooth as hell. But hey, thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully you watch the whole thing, and it doesn't matter if you wanna write anything that to make us improve. Like we're open to anything, bro. Anything. We can't wait for you guys to comment on what you guys have to say. And yeah, man, we ending this. Thank you so much for coming into the Knowing Is the podcast. It comes out every Sunday, every single Sunday for the rest of the time that we have. It comes out every Sunday. So yeah, we'll see you guys next time, man. Hey guys, just follow us in our social medias. Follow our Twitch. We have a hell of a time on Twitch. Follow our Discord too. Follow his social medias. Everything will be in the description down below, guys. Don't worry about it. And give this video so much likes, guys. And subscribe to our channel. We just got way more content coming up. Like I said again, every single Sunday we'll drop a podcast. So we see you guys next time. Peace.